how does the leadership role has been evolved from last 20 years?
It's quite transformational, I would say.
How do you balance between the compliance and the risk?
Maybe when you say compliance and risk, there is one other term which has been left over is regulation.
Specific decisions change the boardroom decisions. Front shifts into security strategies, the defense front as well as offensive front. So what would you advise to security aspirants, right, down the line for next coming 10 years, how they have to evolve, and if they want to pursue leadership roles, right, what type of thought process they have to build themselves?
Yeah, that's a very good question. In fact, I think I'll put across two things here.
And how do you nurture the talent, and how do you retain the best talent?
Sure, definitely. I think
Hello everyone. Today we have Vishar with us. He's an IT and cybersecurity veteran with 2 decades of experience. He has worked with top MNCs. So throughout this podcast, let us try to explore his professional journey and gain insights. Welcome to the podcast, Vishar. Great to have you here.
thank you, Gopal Krishna, for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
Over to you, sir.
First of all, Gopal Krishna, thank you for inviting me for this podcast. And I'm been privileged enough, as you said, I'm the first one to start with this, right?
My pleasure,
Thanks
sir.
for that. Said that, I just wanted to put one disclaimer here that whatever say today is more my experience. I don't represent any organization or anything here. I'm purely on my personal remit here and more to give my experience to the upcoming cyber professionals. So on that note, thanks for that. Yeah.
So, with 2 decades of experience into IT and security, can you throw some limelight on how does the leadership role has been evolved from last 20 years?
I mean, it's quite transformational, I would say. Maybe a couple of things which hit in is the way the technology is evolving, right? I think when I started off, it was like we were doing web application pen testing,
Okay.
right? And then came the era where web applications are accessed over a mobile,
Yeah.
right? Then they said mobile native applications, right? And then they said applications were getting accessed out of cloud. Then they said cloud native applications, micro segmentation or microservices, they all came through. And now we are in an era where a lot of buzzword around Gen AI, agentic AI. So I'm just correlating to the point I said, the way the technology is evolving, the leadership has also been evolving, right? You cannot be the same where you started. So you need to keep unlearning and learning, right? To be in that role, to lead the teams and to drive the initiatives.
So, as part of cybersecurity strategies, every leader, being it, president, vice president, CISO, they should, they have to balance between compliance and risk, right? So, compliance is to certify that we are not, we are secure enough, we are following all these standards,
right.
And also we should also be able to, mitigate the risk and be able to be top on,
right?
So how do you balance between the compliance and the risk?
Yeah, maybe when you say compliance and risk, there is one other term which has been left over is regulation. And regulation plays a bigger role, like GDPR, California Data Compliance Act. So there is no exception to it. We have to abide by it. Then comes the compliance part, could be NIST compliance, ISO 27 compliance. And more it has been looked in as the base minimum security which an organization has to follow. That's what compliance comes in, right? And now risk-based is always like a business-based decision, which is above compliance, right? Where you are trying to put in more controls to secure customer data, client data, and it comes with a cost. And that's where you take that call, right? How far should I invest? And what risk I can accept, right? So maybe I'll put it in this manner: regulation, compliance, and then is when the risks come in. to share with you.
Yes. So we see threat landscape as complete different from last 5-10 years, right? There are a lot of 0 days coming in, and the amount of supply chain risk has grown a lot. right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, from your vantage point of view,
Yeah.
so, I mean, what is the shift did you see?
Yeah.
I mean, the point of the threat landscape is changing.
No, very good question. In fact, I think when we look at our external perimeters, they are quite hardened. I know we have come away from those days where someone could easily penetrate through, right? Because when you look at the next gen firewalls and the new tech in the cyber which has come up, they are quite good, right? They are quite good too. So the point you brought up about supply chain attacks, right, is that's the product which I'm trusting, I'm bringing into my organization, right? And think about a scenario that gets compromised, right? Log4j was one of the good examples. Very recently happened. It was a havoc in the market where Apache servers were at risk, right? So the point is about what we input into our organization as a tool, how far we could trust them, because they are becoming one of the channels through which we are getting attacked, right? So that's one. Other part, maybe I can share one other example. I think given the way the Gen AI is coming today, right? Like maybe I'll take a small example of like phishing emails.
Sure.
Phishing is one of the very prominent attack every organization goes through. And when you go back, I think the way employees or people in an organization were taught was to look for certain traits to pick phishing, look at the domain, is it genuine enough, look at the grammatical errors, anything. Is there any link which is suspicious enough? Maybe the link is still a part. But now look at with Gen AI, how the emails could be written. And it's always a fraction of window, the way the phishing emails are sent. Now using Gen AI, you build highly rich, grammatically correct emails and you push through knowing the context, which is called the targeted attacks, like something happening in the organization. Maybe it's like an appraisal time. Maybe it's like a bonus time, right? And the adversaries are carving out attacks, the phishing emails with a small window. There is no way our traditional way of looking at a phishing email could help us to pick it up. It's so good, so nicely written. It's very hard to pick it up, right? So it is changing. To your point, adversaries are using such technologies to actually hit through the guardrails, what we were there in the past, to be frank, right? So these are two examples what I could share with you right away on the point you brought up. Yeah.
That's great one, sir. I mean, even at times, right, when people ask me, is AI going to replace security professionals? I would come up with the same point, stating that if you see adversaries, they are adopting AI a lot. I mean, they are creating undetectable malwares, right? So, I mean, if they can adopt, right, as a defensive mechanism, if we can't adopt it, so they are far from us.
Maybe that's not true though. I think it's always a race of right adversaries versus defenders, right? As they are using technology, we are using technology as well, right? And because we create an ecosystem with our customers, right, are the tools we onboard, and they are investing heavily into AI as well, right? So the way an adversary thinks, the tactics, techniques, right? They even on our side, defending side, they are putting in that aspect, right? And AI can defend an AI. Will you agree?
True.
So the point is about if they are getting cleverer, we need to get even cleverer.
Yes.
Using that technology in that rapid scale to block attacks.
Yes.
Yeah. But to your point, yes, we need to adopt it.
We
are adopting it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. In that one.
I mean, that is how we also have to leverage and adopt.
Yeah.
So that we will be also into that process.
Exactly. But your first point about AI replacing or taking away human jobs.
No, it's not my thought actually. So everywhere I go, right?
Yeah.
So they ask me the first thing.
Yeah.
That would be my answer.
Yeah.
Stating that if they are going to adopt, so we as a security experts, we have to adopt and leverage. So we would become into the equal stage.
Yeah, maybe my take on that is it's not like it would take away the jobs, but whatever is the monotonous or the ongoing jobs could be replaced by a machine, which can very well take care, like phishing, things of that sort. giving an as example. But we need to train and upskill the people to fit in, because as you rightly said, adversaries are getting cleverer.
Yeah.
So we need that kind of knowledge and skill set. We will train them, because that race is always on.
Yeah.
Right. The race is always on. I don't think so it will take away the complete job.
Yes, yes. So as you have rightly mentioned, I mean, about the individual awareness about ongoing phishing campaigns.
Yeah.
Right. I think, I mean, there should be a significant, I mean, amount of efforts should put into place to make them understand that, I mean, AI is also taking a place of creating a phishing campaigns, and how good aware they should be in order to understand. Because see, I mean, previously, if you see adversaries, they would have made some mistakes, or uses some of the things that can be easily captured by human, right? But as you rightly told, if that is going to shape up, then awareness campaigns at individual level, at corporate level, I mean, also should take a steep point, so that it definitely, I mean, going to at least stop different kind of infections, or going to, I mean, reduce the risk. It's very well said.
True. And as I said, because I think we do work in a partnership model in these kind of a situation, and we heavily rely on our vendors, and we closely monitor them, how they are, right, in terms improving the functionality within their products itself. Could be it's your email proxy, web proxy, right? How intelligent they are making it using AI kind of a capability, because something which is so well grammatically written, ideally we expect the vendor to pick it up, right? I'm saying even they are putting a lot of effort in building their capability on such products. But said that, the basics doesn't go away, right? The domain what they will use to send out a phishing email, however well carved out, proxy does look into the header information. It has certain intel to block it, right? Maybe a layman couldn't look into it because he's more into the looks and the feel, how the mail looks like. But machine can look into where it is coming from, whether it is malicious, unless it is something like 0-day you called out, which the wild doesn't know about it. That's when the chances of something penetrating in is much higher. But as long as the systems are learning, they are quick to block it. And that's how proxies work today, right? One report, it's all cloud connected. Immediately, every organization start blocking it, right? As I said, right, they are becoming cleverer. Even the systems are becoming cleverer. and that's an ongoing race.
That's great insights, really.
Yeah, thank you.
From leadership point of view, we would like to know, how does, I mean, decisions related to cybersecurity investment, not just into security organizations, any of the organizations that do depend on technology or internet as a backbone, how does the security investments, I mean, that specific decisions change the boardroom decisions?
Maybe I wanted to say something here. Like, I think a decade before, security was more seen like someone coming or policing things. They are like, it's about to get into production and these guys would block. And that was the mindset, right? And over a decade, it has been completely changed, where security is more seen as an enabler, right? And security starts playing role right from the design stage of an application development, to give it as an example. So whatever you say about the boardroom discussions of security investments, somewhere it has become the main light. In the past, it was somewhere like non-functional requirement. Now it is part which is planned and put across as a part of the budgeting itself, right? So that is the shift. Okay, the shift is, I know when you go to the board of directors and discuss with them about an investment in cyber, I think they are up for it. Obviously, they will try to ask you to justify why it is. But in the past, even that was not a point of discussion. Now there are, I have heard about stories when people walk in, the first thing they ask, what are you doing from a cyber standpoint, right? So it has become a boardroom discussion point today, with the way the things are happening in the wild, and the biggest impact is on the brand of the organization itself, right? Reputation itself, the kind of havoc a security breach could create. So it is part of the boardroom discussion now. I know few things I can't elaborate, but I'm just giving a gist. It is on the table. First thing they like to understand. Yeah.
True. I mean, so there has been a major shift to the decision making on the security investment. That's really great to know.
Yeah.
I mean, same. See, whatever the industry they are in, right? Whatever the technology they are in. I mean, what type of countries or nations they are serving. If they do not have a proper security strategy, or they may invest, some amount of money onto security, but it's not having any proper strategy, right? Then definitely, it's going to cause. They're going to appear onto the news, right?
You are right, but I think in the last decade or so, they have never seen. I think even a smaller organization thinks about having a basic security in place.
Yeah.
It is already accounted as a part of their vision of expanding the business.
Yeah.
Things of that sort, because they know how vital it is in today's world.
Great, sir. So that's what the stereotypes every security professionals would have. But you have, busted that myth. That's very great.
No, I think the market has busted that myth more than us, because they understand the relevance of why this team need to be there.
Yes.
Because one breach could disturb the whole. It can bring the business down. And they have analyzed that. They realize that. So is the part, I would say. Right? Yeah.
So with 2 decades of experience, you would have seen different shifts into, security strategies in the defense front as well as offensive front. So what would you advise to security aspirants, right, down the line for next coming 10 years, how they have to evolve, and if they want to, pursue leadership roles, right? What type of thought process they have to, they have to build themselves?
Yeah, that's a very good question. In fact, I think I'll put across 2 things here. I think you addressed to an extent. One is technology. Technology is definitely changing. New things are coming in. And the other related word to the technology is curiosity, right? The point is about to make a shift is the curiosity. Maybe, as you said, a pen tester today has been doing pen testing for last 10 years. And we pick up an example now, Gen AI or agentic AI is quite in the market. Then comes the curiosity. How can I defend this technology, right? And then move into that space of defending the models itself. Because the way those models are built, if the sensitive information or organization data gets exposed, it would be quite brutal, right? So the way I wanted to conclude is have that curiosity mindset, right? And keep looking what is the latest and best in the market. And curiosity should drive you there from a security standpoint, how to defend that. And that's how you're making your moves, right?
That's great. That's great.
Maybe that's the thing. That's the little message I have for people who want to make big. They need to keep shifting. They can't stay. And this could help. Right?
That's really a great insight. So when we start thinking the other side of coin, right, then we'll be able to have 360 degrees of view. So, what we are defending, right?
Absolutely.
And what we are trying to protect. And so as a adversary, or if I'm trying to mimic an adversary, so how do I go and make something, compromise something? If I can compromise something, right, an adversary can also do the same, right? If he is going to do how I'm going to defend it again?
Yeah, that's a great question, Gopal. I think, and you put up somewhere like 360 degrees, right? So let's take the example of a pen tester itself, right? Mostly he does application pen testing. I'm little specific.
Yes.
He should be a good developer, right? That is when the 360 degree view comes in, right? He knows what the technology, the underneath technology, the way it is built in that application, right? When he is exploiting as an offensive guy or an adversary, then he exactly knows how to navigate through it, right? So to your point, that 360-degree view is very important. It could be anywhere. Now let's take about a network pen tester. He should be good on the networking side. And then he could be very effective in the way he could penetrate because he knows every nuances of it. He knows the other side of the coin, as you rightly said, so that from this side of the coin, he could exploit it. So maybe that's the thing I would say. If you want to be good here, you should be good there as well. Very good, in fact.
Same thought process I adopted while into the pen testing background in initial days. So what if I can exploit some web application? So if I'm able to exploit it, there is something weak, something insecure. So then I mean, thought of understanding the ladder. So how this was built? What's the architecture is it having? So I mean, how they have implemented the components? How they're talking each other?
Exactly.
What type of data they are storing? Right? I mean, then it gave me that enabler to understand, okay, we should not only look in one specific lens, right? When we understand how it is built entirely, then we can understand where the weak spots can be.
Exactly.
Right? Then we can get into how we can break things. So then when I started learning threat modeling and all this stuff, really that blew my mind.
True, very true. So then, all it is giving is a one, what you call an opportunity or a little loophole in the system to get in. And once you know the other side well, you can easily exploit it. You can keep moving in.
Yes.
So that is exactly what you're narrating right now. From your experience. Right? So to conclude, you need to be best on the other side to do to be offensive.
So next thing would be on the talent front. With your experience, could you throw some limelight on how do you hire best talent, and how do you nurture the talent, and how do you retain the best talent?
Sure, definitely. I think maybe it goes back to your first or second question about leadership, and especially in cyber leadership, right? I won't say cyber leadership or any leadership. One aspect of leadership is that what you call a knack of identifying the talent, right? I know through interviews you make it, or you came across through conferences, right? And the point is about the way the other side of the person thinks, because logical thinking is the key part. Curiosity is the key part. When if it's like more like whatever is written in a textbook kind, if it is coming, it doesn't make you that. So the knack of picking up a whatever talent is that part, the curiosity part, the boldness part. Point is about they are not worried about experimenting things. They come and tell you about what they experimented, right? These are good traits of people, especially from college, as a trait to pick them up, right? Then obviously once they are in the organization, I know we have carved out learning paths depending upon which particular pillar they pick up to bring them up. But the curiosity part will take them to the next level, right? I think that's one key thing. The other part you said, the last one, is about retention of talent. I think when you create a workspace which has a mix of everything, like there is a good balance of work, there is a good quality work coming to them, there are good opportunities which are coming their way in terms of effective projects, I think people generally stick. People generally stick to the environment. People stick to the progressive mindset which organizations are investing in them. The moment there is any change in that, that's when they start looking, right? I know financial aspect is the key driver. Most of the people who leave is because they are getting some good package out. Said that, the thing which makes them to think to stay back is this aspect. If something the existing organization can do for them in terms of little compensation, which lot organization do to keep them at par with the market, you easily retain them as well, right? But mostly they leave because of package, and if there is that alignment in the team doesn't happen. These are the two factors.
Yes. As you rightly said, environment plays a significant role.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can build a greater environment where they can learn, experiment, and grow,
Yeah.
right? Really, I mean, such type of environments,
Yeah.
definitely people will stick into it.
Exactly.
And if really corporates are also going to complement on their compensation, really, I mean, that's going to be the master,
Yeah.
right?
And also the other part is about creating opportunities.
Yes.
Right. If that all comes as a package, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know there are people sticking to organization and they are ever, that's the first and last for them,
Yes.
because organization is doing that for them.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
When I go to LinkedIn, I always keep seeing people complaining there is no opportunities for freshers into cybersecurity. I mean, for entry level roles, right? But that's not at all correct, right? So, I mean, would you like to throw some limelight on it? So,
Sure. Maybe it's not definitely not true to what you said, because I know many of the Indian MNCs, right, as a part of the college recruitment, when they get the students onboarded, even cyber is one of the skills which has been offered to them. I've seen many people strike, like they just out of their training,
true,
and they are into areas like security operations center, are into a, as a risk analyst, are into a vendor risk assessment kind of a profile. Maybe that's not true to that extent, but yeah, when you come into, right, I mean, outside the Indian MNCs, yes, there is always security has been seen like a niche skill, where there is an expectation people should start with certain level of experience, right? Especially into little, I would say, deep dive technical roles per se. But to your original question, all organizations are now looking towards inducting college grads in some percentage.
Yes.
Because they come, they are quite active, they are very curious, right, and they bend well with the organization structure.
Yes.
And in that process they learn. And also, maybe as a very simple analogy is, look at kids, right, when they are small, there's nothing put in their head, they can experiment anything, right? I mean, sometimes, I know I have a son, he always excited me when he was child, because there were no boundaries to him, to way he thinks or he does things, right?
True.
Same goes with college grads.
Yes, true.
You never know, they could identify something because the curiosity drives that again.
True.
So is the point. So to answer to your question, no, it's not right. Indian MNCs are doing great.
Yes.
Not only that, other MNCs are also in some chunk, some percentage, they're opening up doors for college grads to start at the base level in cyber.
Yes.
But yeah, any specialized skills and all, experience does matter, and I know these people will pick that up eventually over a few years, right? Yeah.
So, I mean, to everyone who is watching this, I mean, you should realize, because you're, I mean, learning it from leaders, right? So, I mean, please stay away from such myths, okay? It's all the approach that you have to build. It's not just, I mean, a skill set. You should also build, I mean, a kind of approach, how you can reach out to people, how you can ask for referrals, right? If you are good at both the things, skill set also, I mean, approaching to organizations, will definitely land into a better role. And as Fisher rightly said, every MNC today is going to college, universities, and picking the right talent. I mean, I see a lot of MNCs, big fours. Even I see recent days product based organizations, when they are, I mean, seeking for graduates, so that so they can, I mean, they will be able to easily adapt to the vision, and they will be able to easily blend. I mean, next time before you complain, so please try to follow this strategy. You found a better opportunity, as well as found a good leader. What differentiates average security professional with the great ones?
I think throughout this podcast, I've been saying one word: curiosity. That differentiates. because they are quite curious, and that drives quite longer, and that makes them to stay like very separate from a lot.
True.
Right. And that curiosity grabs everyone's attention. When the attention is grabbed, things work for them.
Yes.
So that's the thing I would say.
So to everyone who is watching this podcast, so Sir has revealed the key ingredient, right? It's really the curiosity, especially in cybersecurity. In a such fast-pacing environment, right? You would be a lot of busy with making up the decisions, hiring the best talent, and planning and preparing the best cyber strategies, right? How do you keep nurturing continuous learning?
The other day, maybe I'm just trying to give an example. Somewhere it came up, pickle file.
Okay.
Right. I know it's like a new term so that grabs your attention. Try to search or ask somewhere, what does that mean? So the point, what I'm trying to make is, in this case, pickle file is nothing but a serialized Python script, right? So I'm just giving an example. You keep coming across terms, and that terms drives you to go and search or ask an expert in the industry. And that would help to pick up that particular topic or subject, and you will start correlating with the other things You're building on it, right?
Yes.
I think I would say that is a key ingredient to learn. Anything you come across, try to explore that. And that will add to your knowledge base.
Yes.
Right. And you could connect those dots. And it would be definitely related to what you already know.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's true.
That's the thing I would say. Yeah.
That's a great insight.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing such great insights. Would you like to conclude with a last message or advice to everyone who is watching this podcast?
Definitely, Gopal. You go by Gopal Krishna there, but that's right. Yeah. Maybe definitely I have one message, maybe especially to the people who want to make mark in the cybersecurity space, right? One thing which has always helped is pick up any pillar in security. Could be application security, network security, right? Risk, whatever it is. Maybe one way to go about is there's always one certificate which is like the most prominent in that particular space, like OSCP, I will say, for pen testers, right? Attaining that certificate gives you a lot of confidence. It's more like a first page of the book. I won't say it will give you the full knowledge or anything, but it's a theoretical knowledge what you have gained in that process. When that gets complemented with something practically you could exhibit, you cannot forget that subject. It takes you quite long.
Yes.
Maybe that's one message I have. Explore which line you want to get in.
Yes.
Get to the top one first, get it, and then pick up some relevant experience towards it. I think that package would definitely help you to steer further. Maybe that would be one message, I would say, and it has worked for many.
Yeah.
It will definitely work for everyone. Right?
Yeah.
Great. I think that would be my message.
That's great to know, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, Vish, for taking time and coming here and sharing your valuable experience and journey. It will definitely reflect on every security aspirant, how they have to evolve to become more progressive into the security career.
Thank you, Gopal Krishna, for inviting me for this podcast. I think you were quite a host and in getting and reaching to the aspirants here, and you are doing a good service here by letting them know. Right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.